Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel, the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with your love reading for the week of November 1st through November 7th. Happy November, everyone. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all the new and returning viewers and subscribers and to the channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I have to admit, I am super excited to be in November. I hope you guys all had the most amazing Halloween. We had such a good evening, so much fun. Dressed up as, well, I was a cat. And then we had ninjas and princesses and all the things. Fun times, fun times. All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and see if you are super excited for November, for the season 2 change. I'm not excited about the cold weather, but go ahead and hit that like button. Let's see who is excited for this time of year. All right, also let's go ahead and see what's happening, coming, and going on for you this week in love, Aquarius. Let's see, Spirit, what does Aquarius need to know? What needs to come through this week in love? We had this one last week. Interesting, a little bit different dynamic coming in, though. Let's go ahead and see what else. What else, Spirit? Ooh, yep. Interesting. All right. At the bottom of the deck. King of Cups. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and let's get one more to close it off for the end of the reading. Ooh. Or 2. Is that 2 or 3? Oh, Lord. 3, of course, Aquarius, because we can never be. Gotta be a little over, right? A little over the top all the time. That's all right. That's good. All right. The first one that you got here is Heart with a Key. Like I said, this one came out, I believe it was in last week's reading. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together. Perfect. Okay. In last week's reading, it came out a little wild, but this week it is coming through with cup of coffee, or coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. So listen, Aquarius, this week there's a whole different dynamic at play as far as love goes. There's a potential that some of you are in a space, in a new space, where it's almost as if you're open to kind of getting together if you are single. Okay, there's this energy of a potential for somebody inviting you out on a coffee date, or for kind of this energy of being open to getting out there. I'm just getting this energy of like that Stella, how Stella got her groove back, almost like for some of you this might happen while you're traveling, which is interesting because we're actually going to be going this weekend on a little adventure ourselves. So hey, who knows what's going to happen, right? But there's this energy of meeting someone and or reconnecting with someone, Aquarius. But this is beautiful energy, opening up, being open for, right? There's some clarity coming through with the moon and with the Two of Swords here. That clarity coming through. It's almost as if some of you had kind of kept yourself closed off or stayed away from love because of something that had happened potentially in the past. There's some complications, or you felt like love was complicated, okay? Or relationships were complicated. But there's a clarity that's shining through with that Two of Swords energy. There's this energy of kind of, in the past, potentially you felt like, or some of you felt like you maybe had to choose between lovers or work, or that there was this energy of having to really have to, it was almost like this one or the other kind of energy. But there's, with that moon, that clarity's come through. It's almost as if you're like, oh, you know what, that is not true. I don't have to do that. I never had to do that. But there's a potential that somebody in the past kind of was like, okay, it's me or your career, or it's this or that. But there's this energy, this whole like opening up realization or reality that that is not the case. Okay, for those of you that are in a relationship, you're beginning to see as well. There's an opening. Um, excuse me. There's an opening because for some of you, I'm feeling like what I'm feeling here is that there's a potential that even a boss or an employer wanted you to kind of spend everything or give everything to a job, and kind of felt like your family or your relationships or your personal time was not actually yours. Maybe they were calling you and texting you all of the time, but you're gaining clarity. You're like, not really worth it. This could be because there has been kind of a renewal within a relationship or a reconnection within a relationship, and or that clarity coming through. For some of you that are single, though, there is somebody coming in that has that potential, right? Where you're like, oh, you know what? I'm feeling like this connection is a little bit more important, and that I'm not going to do one or the other, but that I feel like I can find a way to balance things out. So that is gorgeous for you coming in this week, Aquarius. But again, there is a softening energy. There is that energy of going on coffee dates and really kind of being romanced this week. Also, there's that the weather is changing. We talked about that, the seasons changing and stuff, and there's that energy of being dressed a little bit warmer and being cozy and really cozying up to somebody. This energy is just this warm and inviting energy. Okay, some of you are just really opening your heart, and you're in this place to just savor the moment, really, really taking that time, right? That clarity coming through. Those are in different areas, but that clarity coming through, and you being like, oh, you know what? Actually, this is just as important to me. Okay, this relationship or this reconnection or this rekindling, however it's coming through for you, Aquarius, whether you're single or in a relationship or coming back together, however it is, this energy of actually this is just as important. I can balance out family life, work, right? It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's like this ultimatum. All of a sudden your eyes are open and you're like, no, it doesn't have to be one or the other. I can do it all. I can have it all. I can be it all. Okay, in love, in relationship, platonic and romantic, in work, in career, business, all of it. I can have, do, and be it all. It doesn't have to be one or the other. I don't have to do either this or that. And if somebody is telling you that, Aquarius, or has been telling you that this week, there's going to be something that comes through, something very unexpected. It could be somebody's conversation. It could be something that you learn, something that you hear, something that you read. It could come through in any kind of way at all that is going to open your eyes to a different kind of scenario, a different kind of or way of thinking. For some of you too, with this Two of Swords, there's a potential that you were brought up thinking that it had to be all or nothing. Maybe that was how you were shown as you were being raised, that sort of thing. So maybe you thought that that's the way it was supposed to be, or that's always how it's been, that's how it needs to continue to be. But there's something that's going to shift your perspective around that this week, Aquarius, and open your heart and open your mind. And, you have that realization, no, I don't have to, do one or the other, or one doesn't have to be more important. I can balance it out. There doesn't have to be that kind of ultimatum energy, which for some of you, I'm actually feeling like either you were conditioned to, like, understanding or feeling like that's the way it was, or you've been putting that pressure on yourself. Something's going to ease that. Something's going to shift that, no matter where you fall kind of within this. Okay, now that doesn't mean with that Nine of Pentacles you do have high standards, right? That doesn't mean that you don't have standards or what have you, and that you're not still having standards for yourself. But there is a shift. There is that balancing coming through, this balancing act, right? It's almost as if she is standing on her tiptoes and she is balancing to reach this. But you also have what appears to me could potentially, it may not be, but it could potentially be a dove. And a lot of times doves do symbolize love. So there is that reconnection. If you're single, there is that connection coming through, right? Or somebody coming in that is you're going to be feeling very cozy with, or allowing yourself to open and melt a little bit into, okay? And or vice versa, they'll be doing that as well. But there is that balancing. If this is an energy where you're already in relationship and it's felt a little cold or a little bit confusing with that moon energy, or a little bit difficult, right, with that Two of Swords, there is that also that energy of balancing out as well, where things just start to click again. Okay, so this is going to be a beautiful week for you. Now, listen, you also have that King of Cups energy coming in here. So there's a potential, if this is a new person or if it's somebody that you are already in relationship with or rekindling with, that it could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or potentially you have placements within that as well, Aquarius. But this King of Cups energy, ooh la la. This is somebody who is very emotionally and mentally intelligent, very secure kind of energy. Somebody who is very compassionate, very calming, very understanding. For you, many of you here, Aquarius, this is going to feel like night and day compared to some of your past relationships or compared to relationships that you saw maybe growing up or maybe as a teenager or a young adult, no matter where you are, what phase you are in life. What you may have seen growing up and thought was normal as far as kind of this reading goes, right? This has that energy of night and day. This person that is coming in with this King of Cups energy is just like, you know what, super kickback, super like, you know what, it's all good and we'll figure it out and it'll all work out and everything is good. They're very intelligent, well-rounded. They have their emotions in check. They know exactly what they want and they know how to go about it without getting uptight, without getting crazy, without getting loud or chaotic, right? They're just like, yeah, cool. It's gonna, right? It's almost like this namaste energy, right? Not woo-woo, but just in this energy of like, yeah, you know what? It works out. It's all good. Very flexible, very open for all the things, okay? Like it just this glowing energy. It's like they're just there for you, Aquarius, and they're ready for it, whatever it is. Some of you who are in relationship, this is coming through very strong and it's very specific AF. Some of you that are in relationship have been in a potential relationship with somebody who has had a very intense temper, okay? And something is shifting within them. This could be you too, Aquarius, so take it as it resonates, but there's something shifting within that person or within yourself as far as that temper goes, where that temper, it's like the all of a sudden your heart is cracked open, right? You've got that opening of the heart. And you have this energy of finally having your eyes open and being like, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. You know what, everything works out, everything is what it is. And me getting upset or them getting upset, it's just as if that temper is no longer evident. So super specific, okay? Super specific for some of you. It's like somebody, your partner or a person that you're meeting or however it is, um, or yourself, it's like this week something shifts that temper and all of a sudden it's like they don't have, nothing makes them mad. They're just cool, calm, collected, or you are, of course. This is lovely energy to be in. This is really good energy to be in. It's like just taking a breath of fresh air and being like, okay, yeah, this is it. I know, right? I know that I can kind of melt into this person, or I know that I'm safe with this person and or that person's feeling that way around you. Let's see what your last three messages are. There will be closeness between you. Yeah, but always give each other space exactly here with that independence, balancing things out. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So see, that's what this is, Aquarius, for you. That is what this is. And that energy of that temper no longer being, there's no claims. It just allows and gives. Breeze, flexibility, flows right within that. You've got freedom here too. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Okay. So for some of you that have been holding back and not really opening your heart, right? There's nothing stopping you if you choose to go on these, you know, coffee dates or to kind of get close to somebody, open your heart. That's completely up to you. And then the last one, you have time. You are trying too hard. Give it time, right? Okay, yeah. So for some of you that, you know, were feeling with the moon and that Two of Swords energy, for some of you that may have been feeling that kind of you had to choose or this or that, or feeling like things weren't happening fast enough, or a relationship wasn't coming in, or that connection wasn't coming in. Spirit's indicating to let it flow, kick back, whew, take a breath, take a page out of the King of Cups energy, just relax, you know, that namaste, right? And you know, give it time. This is coming together, and it's coming together beautifully, Aquarius. But if you try to force it, there's a potential, right, that you or somebody may have flared tempers. Okay, just saying. All right, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.